Hello everyone, welcome back to another video and Happy New Year to you all as well. It's January the 1st, in a really positive mood, like I'm sure everyone else is as well. A lot to look forward to in 2022, as always, a lot planned, a lot of New Year's resolutions and a lot of stuff I want to tick off for this year, which I've done last year also. Basically, I wanted to do a video just telling you about some of the plans for 2022 and just going through, having a little recap of 2021 and talking to you about some of the stuff that's gone well and some of the stuff that maybe hasn't gone so well. Because basically around this time last year as well, I've done the same sort of style video where I went through 2020 and let you all know my plans for 2021. So basically I want to have a quick recap through that video just to see what my sort of resolutions were for last year, just to see if I've ticked off any, and then we'll go through what my plans are for 2022 and basically what I want to do, what I want to achieve, and where I want to be in 2023. Because next year again I'm going to do the same, look back on this video, see where I've come, and then we'll plan for 2023 as well when it gets to that point. But for now we'll go through 2021 and we'll just talk about exactly what's been done, what's been achieved. We'll have a look to see what I wanted to do as well, and then we'll just, I'll talk to you about some of my plans for 2022. Hopefully this is going to be the first of many videos this year. Please do make sure that you hit the subscribe button and give the video a like, because it will help massively. I'm going to bring a lot more content this year. I know I keep saying it, but I am actually going to do it this time. I want to focus a lot more on YouTube this year and then basically just see where it goes. And I've got a lot of plans here which I've done last year. So last year, what I've done in last year's video was print out some pictures and stuff, and I'm going to create a vision board, which I've done last year. I created a vision board and basically put everything I wanted to achieve on a vision board, and that's exactly what I'm doing again this year. I print out all the photos. I'm not actually going to talk to you about the vision board, like exactly how I'm going to do it and stuff, but I'll basically show you what I'm going to be putting on my own vision board. Hopefully you're interested in this video. You can see what I've sort of ticked off in 2021. What we'll do, I'll get the video up from last year, we'll just scan through it really quickly, we won't go too mad on it, we'll scan through it and then just see what I wanted to achieve, and then we'll see what I've achieved as well basically. So yeah, we'll do that first and I'll talk to you about all the plans for 2022. So I've got my YouTube channel up on the big TV there. This is the video from last year, so I've done it around the same sort of time, this time a year ago, and I was basically just going through 2020 and then just talking about what I wanted to plan for 2021. So I'll skip it on a bit. I don't know why the picture quality's gone that bad. It's crazy to look back at what the unit was like this time a year ago, so I'll turn this down a little bit. The unit looks completely different. So that there was exactly where I am now, but obviously we've changed it into the man cave, so it looks completely different. Like, look at all the white walls, where the electric was, even the ceiling and stuff. It looks absolutely hideous. I'll pause it quick, but yeah, it looks hideous. I'm really glad what we've done with the unit now, and to think that this is what that is there is pretty incredible. That was definitely one of my big achievements from last year, was doing this little man cave, because it come out really nice. It's a nice place for me to sort of work and chill and stuff. Nice place for customers to sit if they need to, and basically just nice for us to have our lunch break. But I love being in this little area, it's really nice, but it's crazy to look back on this time a year ago and seeing what the state of the unit was like. But yeah, let's crack on the video and see what my 2021 resolutions were and see what I sort of achieved. The goals that I want to achieve this year, there is some that I'm not going to let anyone know. So I printed off a load of things I want to achieve. So same process, also I'm going to do the same again, printing off a load of stuff and then going through like a vision board and seeing what's what basically. So I got to 1,000 subscribers, so that's one of my goals for last year was to get to 1,000 subscribers. I've now got to 1,000 subscribers, which is great, and I'm pretty sure I did do a competition on that as well earlier this year. We've only got 300 more subscribers this year, but that's because of the fact that I haven't done as much content as I'd like. So I hit the 1,000 mark probably maybe January, February last year, but then we've only really added another I think about 300 and something like that. So this year I really want to try and work on the YouTube more and see where that goes basically. So I don't think I'm going to go through everything, but I'm just going to get an idea of what I wanted to achieve and then talk to you about what I did and what I didn't basically. But otherwise we're going to be all day, and I don't want to make this video fairly short or shorter than one of my normal ones. Right, so that was a bit long to go through properly, but basically what a few of my 2021 resolutions were, there was a few that I can remember. So we'll start with one that I didn't actually do. So I wanted to do some sort of sporting like challenge or anything like that. I didn't actually manage to do that. So January the 3rd last year, I went back to MMA. So I used to do MMA a few years ago, and I actually went back on January the 3rd, and I remember doing the training session, and the training session started at 6, it finished at 8, and literally we finished at 8, and then Boris announced that we were going to be in another lockdown. So, and I think that went on for like a good few weeks, or I think it was actually 2 to 3 months maybe, I can't remember exactly how long it was, but I remember January the 3rd, started MMA, went back to the first session, 2-hour session, 8 o'clock, just finished up, and he said, no more training because Boris has announced another lockdown. So that was one thing I didn't achieve last year. There was a few, like creating a bit of a model car collection, so I tried to do a little bit up there, which I'll show you in a sec. I tried to like have a few different little model cars and stuff just on display, and a few people have bought me some, which has been really nice as well. I wanted to do up the unit, which we did end up doing. Like I said earlier, we've done the man cave, we've done the main unit. It looks absolutely incredible. Really happy with that. That's one of the big achievements from the early part of last year. And yeah, it's really nice to see where it is now, sort of thing. I wanted to look at doing podcasts, so I didn't actually end up doing any podcasts last year. I think you've really got to set. I had so much going on last year. You've really got to set exactly what your goals are and what's going to be achievable. And there's no point in doing something if you can't put 110% sort of or 100% effort into that. And doing podcasts, I just didn't have the time to do it. We launched the training academy halfway through summer last year, or I think it might have been halfway through last year at some point. And that was one of the reasons why we're getting the unit together. So there was a lot of focus and stuff on that to get all that sorted. And there's been a lot of other stuff going on that I wanted to focus my time on more. But for 2022, podcasts are something that I'm really going to be sort of setting my mind onto and starting to do. I think that's something I'd really like to start doing, just to learn a bit more about different people, get a wide range of different people on. Business owners, just general people, I don't know, ex-criminals, anything like that. Anyone who's got an interesting life story who can help other people. Because basically what I want the podcast to do, it's not just a case of we come in, we have a chat and we have a laugh. I want the podcast to be learning about different people's life stories, from their past to their present, how they got to that journey, where they are now, all the sacrifices, all the things that you might not necessarily see that they can talk about. So I'd like to get like big influential people on, or not necessarily big influential people, but people who are influential in their own right, and I want to dig a bit deeper. So the problem is with social media and stuff, like I've said before, you only get to see sort of the highlights, and I've recently changed my Instagram caption to it's my highlight reel, because that's all Instagram is. It's literally just showing you all the highlights of that week, that day, or whatever it may be. You never share anything bad, and I think that's the same with everyone on Instagram. Everyone's got an amazing journey, an amazing story, but you only get to see sort of what they're like now. You only get to see their sort of happy points. It'd be nice to get an idea of what their journeys are, and that would motivate a lot of people, especially the younger generation. If the younger generation can watch or listen to the podcast and see these big people, or see these successful people, or these people who have done well, and understand a little bit about their journey to where they are now, they can sort of relate to that. Because I know there's podcasts that I've listened to where I've been in a situation that I'm not necessarily happy with, or I thought that my journey's not exactly going in the right way, and I've been listening to podcasts where I'm sort of relating to other people, and it's a train. But listening to podcasts, I can sort of relate a lot more to other people, and it just makes me feel a lot better about myself and the situation that I'm in. And I basically want the podcast to be about that, something that can inspire people, and everyone can relate to. Everyone can relate to other people's journeys and other people's stories, and I think that'd be really interesting. So podcast this year for sure is definitely one of my resolutions, which is on there. Obviously I mentioned about getting the YouTube 1,000 subscribers from last year. There was doing something with a Range Rover. I mentioned about doing something with a Range Rover, which we've done. There's a video on the YouTube channel. Let's see if we can find it. So we've done a lot of videos early part of last year, and then in the last 6 months I haven't done nowhere near as much. So if you look there, we've done a video with a Range Rover Sport, and I said at the beginning of the year I wanted to do some sort of content with a Range Rover Sport. There was a few other little things on there, like personal goals and personal achievements for 2021. Some I did achieve, some I didn't achieve, but 2022 is about trying to tick off as many as possible. So I've got another list here of things that I want to achieve for this year, which I'm going to put on a vision board, and I basically hopefully gives some of you hopefully give some of you motivation to do your own vision board as well, because it's nice to wake up in the morning and look up all your goals that you want to achieve that year, and it gives you that extra bit of motivation to go out and achieve exactly what you want to. And the other thing is with this sort of stuff, you have the vision board up all year round. It's not something you're going to tick off by the end of January. Your vision board needs to be, or even your goals need to be something that you're going to achieve right up until the end of 2022. So there's some things on my vision board from last year that I only just started achieving, say November, December, something like that. So you don't have to have everything complete by the end of the year, just so you know that. But here I've got a list of photos that I'm going to be putting on my vision board. So I'm going to go through some of them, like again from last year. I didn't go through all of them because some of them are personal to me, and some stuff I don't exactly want to share, or I'll share maybe in the 2023 video, who knows. But yeah, so YouTube's on the first one. So I want to do more content on YouTube, and I actually want to start making proper money from YouTube. So that's going to be one of my goals. That's going to be like a 12-month long process, is sort of making a bit more of an income from YouTube. That means I'm going to have to be doing more videos, creating regular content that people are actually going to enjoy watching, because there's some stuff that I've sort of looked back on YouTube and thought it's not really what people want to be seeing. But at the same time, I am going to be doing videos for my benefit. I'm just going to be doing my own stuff, because as much as I want everyone to view the channel, I also want to be doing videos that I enjoy doing, because if I don't enjoy doing them, there's no point of me doing it, and I won't do it as well, because 2022 I want to do less stuff that I don't enjoy doing. So I want to be a bit more certain with exactly what I want to do. So YouTube, want to start doing more on YouTube, creating more content, hopefully 2 videos a week, minimum 1 video a week. I don't want to be doing any less than 1 video a week, but at the same time I'm also going to, if there is a week where I don't do a video because I don't feel like it, I'm not going to be as hard on myself, because sometimes I haven't done a video for like 2 weeks, I feel really bad, but then I've needed that 2 weeks to sort of reset and come back stronger, sort of thing. So YouTube, I'm going to aim for twice a week, minimum video once a week. It's going to be on a Wednesday and a Sunday, or minimum once on a Sunday, and see how we go. I've got a lot more videos planned this year and a lot more different style of content. So as much as I've got this detailing business, it's going to be a wide range of different content on YouTube. We're going to be doing car reviews, car road trips. We're going to be doing, we're going to be detailing cars from scrap yards. We're going to be doing fun mobile valeting videos using different cars, and basically just mixing up the content really. As well as doing the detailing stuff, we're going to make that fun. We're going to be doing more day in the life stuff, so I'm going to be changing the week in the life to day in the life, and you'll basically follow me around for the day and see what we got up to. But there's loads planned with YouTube that we want to try and do. So that's YouTube. I've got one there for like a camera setup and editing setup, because I want a better setup to edit all the videos. I want better software, better laptop, because that always breaks down on me. And I basically want a nice little office where I can properly edit videos and have a nice little space to be able to do that. We've got the online training courses. We're going to be launching the online training courses in January, hopefully end of January. So we're going to be launching a platform where you can learn everything you want to know about valeting and detailing. Our first course is a beginner's guide to safely washing your car, where you'll be able to learn step by step all the steps that you need to take to safely detail and wash your car correctly and effectively. So if you're interested in the online training courses that we'll be doing, go on talasisdetailing.shop/training. There's a register your interest bar, put in your email address and your name in there, and then you'll be added to our MailChimp subscriber list, and we'll be sending you out all the information that you need to know about our online training course. And then, like I say, hopefully end of Jan, beginning of February, we'll be launching that. And basically it's a complete tutorial, video tutorial, how to clean your car. It's got everything that you need to know, from product safety to equipment that you need, all the steps, wheels, all that sort of stuff that you want to know, and anything else that you want to know will be in further videos. So we're going to be creating more content this year for the online platform. Like I said, we've done our first content. The next one will be interior. We'll be doing machine polishing courses, etc, 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 etc. And this online platform will be available for everyone all over the world. So not just people in the UK, people wherever. And then maybe in the future, depending how far and how big we go for it, we'll be even getting the videos, I don't know, translated maybe. That's something we have spoke about a little bit, but I know there's going to be a big cost to that, so that'll be something long term. But the videos will be available to anyone and everyone wherever you are in the world. We've got another photo there of a car on a road trip, and then also an urban SVR. So the car on the road trip, like I said, we're going to be doing more content. We're going to be basically doing content with banger cars, scrap cars, as well as high-end cars and stuff. So I'm not going to release too much information on that yet, but just know we've got some really cool road trips planned, and some really cool video ideas planned. Because the thing is with YouTube, sometimes I don't enjoy doing some of the videos that I do. I wanted to start doing more stuff that I enjoy, like I just said. I want to start doing more videos I enjoy. I want to start doing more work I enjoy, more jobs I enjoy. Everything in 2022, I want to do more stuff that I enjoy, basically. The Urban SVR's on there because basically I want to be in a position this time next year where I'm one step closer to getting an SVR. And that might seem a bit, I was thinking about this, it might seem a bit, I don't know, cocky, or I'm not too sure. I don't want to come across that like I'm being materialistic or anything like that because I want an Urban SVR, but I want to be in a position where I'm a step closer to being in an Urban SVR. And I don't want to just settle for just the normal stuff. I'm 25 next year, and I feel, for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like I'm 25 in May, and I feel like I haven't achieved nowhere near as much as what I should have, even though that's me putting pressure on myself, and I shouldn't be doing that. But at the same time, everything that I want to achieve, I want to do really well at. I want to give my best as possible, and I want to make these goals achievable. Some of these goals might not be, or might not seem that achievable, because, like I say, a Range Rover SVR is a lot of money. I'm no way, I'm not even close to being in that position now, but I want to be one step closer this time next year to being in that position to go and buy an Urban SVR. And when I say buy, it will probably be financed. Like, let's face it, I'm not going to whack 120 grand on an Urban SVR, because if I had that sort of money, it'd be being divided up into loads of different investments and stuff. But yeah, that's one of my plans. I want to be a step closer to getting an Urban SVR, so I want to make sure that I smash it as much as possible across the next 12 months to be in a better position to be able to do that. Because I always said when I'm 25, I want to be in a Range Rover, and that might seem really materialistic, but that's just something that I've wanted for probably about 10 years. So in my eyes, it's not materialistic, it's just some goal that I really wanted. So that's that. We've also got a couple of things there. So there's holiday, this is to do with helping others, and that's to basically do with a bit of self-care. So this all sort of comes in its own thing. I want to look after myself a lot more next year. I want to be a little bit more selfish next year in terms of what I do, what I'm doing. Like I said, I want to do more stuff that makes me happy rather than trying to make everyone else happy. I want to help more people. There's been a lot of people across my life that have helped me out massively, and I wouldn't be in a position where I am today if it wasn't for them. And I want to make 2022 the year where I give a little bit back. I want to help more people. I want to be involved in a little bit more schemes, maybe volunteer and stuff like that, which I would love to do if I've got the time. And I'm going to make the time to do that sort of stuff. Because probably over the last sort of few years, between 5 and 10 years, I won't be in a position, like I say, without certain people in my life. And if I can give a little bit back, it'd make me feel a lot better. I'd rather give stuff back to people rather than going out and treating myself, sort of thing. I feel like you get a bit more sense of achievement helping other people than you do sort of helping yourself. I'm going to be obviously treating myself along the way and making sure I enjoy the process, but yeah, I do want to help a lot more people and get involved in some volunteer schemes, and basically help the younger generation, really, the sort of 16-year-olds who don't know what they're doing, or the 16-year-olds who are, I don't know, maybe not in the best situation, and they want a bit of help, guidance, advice, which is what I probably needed at that age. And I had some people around me that helped me out. And you basically need someone to give you an opportunity, and I want to start giving people opportunities and stuff like that. So we'll see where that goes. Holiday on there. Everyone wants a holiday in 2022. Everyone's been strapped up at home, not been able to do anything because of lockdowns and stuff. Yeah, so definitely could do with a holiday next year. We've got a house and a mortgage. I said last year actually that I wanted that. I'm still not in a position to do that at the minute, but hopefully in 2022 I'll be one step closer to that as well. It's all about being one step closer. If you can't get it, as long as you're on the right path to getting it, then that's all that matters. We've got here as well, we've got a couple of things. So we've got daily routine, an old school Range Rover Heritage, which is done by Overfinch, and some sort of business management type stuff. So I want to be in a routine sort of every day. I want to know that it doesn't have to be from January the 1st, but I want to be able to have a good routine. So I know that I'm going to gym 3 times a week. I've started a little bit of coaching in the last 4 to 5 months. So that's normally once a week. So if I'm doing that once a week or once every 2 weeks, then ideal. I want to be able to know when I'm editing the video. So if I'm doing a video twice a week, I want to know that on a Monday and a Friday, that's when I'm editing a video in the afternoon, or if it's one video a week I want to know on a Friday, that's my editing slot for the afternoon. So I basically want to be in a bit more of a routine with that. We've got the online training courses that we need to sort of film and edit and go through and stuff, so I want to know, like on a Saturday maybe, that's when we do that. I want to basically, every day of the week, I want to know exactly what I'm doing at what times, because I think that's going to make me get a lot more out of my days throughout 2022, and it'll make me feel like I'm getting a lot more out of exactly what I'm doing. Range Rover Heritage, because I want to have a little project car throughout sometime next year. I always fancy the idea of buying a really old sort of 1990s Range Rover and basically doing a full restoration on it, but that involves a lot of money, and that a lot of money is not something I've got at the minute. We've also got a Rolex Gmt Master Cola, and that's basically because I want my first sort of decent paycheck from YouTube. I want to be able to buy a nice watch with, because I really like watches. I haven't got a watch myself, but I think being able to buy yourself something like that. I remember when I done my first MMA fight, I earned about £50, which I didn't actually know I was going to get paid for, and I earned £50, and I actually ended up buying a watch out of that I've still got. It was only, like I say, it's only a £50 watch, but it's not about how much it is, it's about what that watch means to you. So obviously a Rolex is a lot of money, but it doesn't have to be a Rolex, it could be any watch that I might get, because I think that's something that that's a trend I've started to set in my own self, where I think if I've achieved something, I've earned a bit of money out of it, a watch is something that I can get, that I can always use, that I can go back to and think, yeah, I've worked really hard for that, and this is how I've got it, sort of thing. So if I can make, I don't know, a little bit of money from YouTube or social media, then I think what I'll do, my first purchase will be a watch. And it might only be, I don't know, £100 watch or something like that, but whatever it is, I want to make it special to me, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. We've got a couple of things on here. We've got a tattoo and a house, like I said again. Tattoo was actually on my list last year. It's not really something that means anything to anyone, but basically want to be able to start a sleeve, and then yeah, hopefully get all that booked in. We've got a couple on there that I'm probably not going to show. So there's some social media stuff on there, which I want to do more on social media. We've got a volunteering one there, because that's what I want to start doing next year. We've also got, so I mentioned about the podcast and stuff, so I've got that on there. So I've already mentioned about the podcast. Like I said, podcast is something I want to do next year. We've got a Range Rover as well. It's just something I printed twice. We've also got a 1400 motorbike. I've done my A2 test. I want to do my A1 or A, whatever it is. I want to do my full bike test, because I've pretty much done it, but because of my age I was restricted, so I've got to redo it. So hopefully early part of this year, I can get my full bike test done, and then maybe March, April time, I'll look at getting a bike. But I want to be on a step to get a 1400 motorbike as well, because them bikes are absolutely stunning, and I love their YouTube channel as well. And then last one, actually I think this is the most important one, is to be happy. I want to be as happy as I possibly can. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy now. I'm probably not as happy as what I could be, or what I should be maybe, but I want to be I want to be a lot happier this year and enjoy myself a lot more, rather than always focusing and solely focusing on work. Like I said to you earlier, I want to do less of what doesn't make me happy, and I want to do more of what makes me happy, because I feel like I'll get a lot more out of that. So that's a good way to sort of end what I'm doing, is just to be as happy as I possibly can. So that's my plans for 2022. I'm getting confused now, because it's hard to keep up with exactly. It's just gone 2021, and it's hard to keep up with what's what. There's a couple of things in there that I haven't spoke about what I want to do, but maybe if I achieve them this year, I will still speak about that, because I don't mind sharing exactly what my goals are, but there's some stuff that I do like to keep to myself, because I don't think there's any point in sharing too much, because I don't know, I'd rather just keep myself to myself sometimes. There's a lot of my own stuff that I do keep really private, which I think is key. Sometimes you've got to have a nice private life, as much as when you are doing social media stuff. But yeah, that's the plan for next year. Do a lot more on social media, be a lot more happier. I want to network a lot more with a lot more people, and then just basically see where it goes. I want to make sure every single day I'm feeling productive, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling content. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see what this year brings. We've got a lot of exciting stuff to come, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you all. The online course platform should be awesome. Hopefully that'll help a lot of people along the way as well. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where things go in 2022. I don't think there's much I want to talk about on that front. Like I said, hopefully get 2 videos a week out, minimum 1 video a week, see how we go. But yeah, you'll be seeing me a lot more in 2022, and hopefully you'll be seeing me on a lot more platforms, and who knows where we will be in 2023, January 2023. I can look back on this video and then see how far we've come, hopefully in a complete different position, hopefully in a complete different situation. But yeah, we'll see where it goes anyway. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I know it's a bit of me waffling on about what my plans are, what my goals are. It'd be really cool to find out what your plans are. If you've got any plans for 2022, if you've got any big goals that you want to achieve, that you want to share, please do comment down below, message me on Instagram about them. I'd be really interested to see what your plans are, and I'd be really interested to see how you sort of progress over 2022 as well, because I think it's good to help others at the same time, like I said earlier, and if I can help motivate other people, then great. So yeah, if you've got any goals, any plans that you want to share, leave them down in the comments below, message me on Instagram, and I'll be really keen to chat with you about them. So yeah, please do make sure to give the video a like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. Ciao!